Hello and welcome to Fallen Vegas Hardcore Roulette, episode 21. And today, we're going to do some stuff. I don't know if we've got anything to drop off at our house in Novak, but we're going to do some trading, we're going to have a wander over there, and then we're going to crack on. Yeah, we're making a tidy 1,000 caps from old lady Gibson here, and we just stole a bunch of stuff we don't need. Those missiles got us quite a lot, actually, so very nice. I'm glad we kept them around. Oh, we steal all this booze from her, though.
Hell on my back, boss.
We might be able to finish his quest today, you know, because the 3 places that you need to go for his quest, I should be passing by, so hopefully we can do it. One of them's in Novak, one of them is at Camp Forlorn Hope, which I should be able to get to pretty easily. And one of them is at the cursed place we must end up at the end of this episode, which is at Nellis Air Force Base. Doctor!
What can I do for you?
Oh, she's got 5 purified waters, bless her soul. Does she have anything else I can use? Turbo. Brilliant, I need turbo. I'm just going to pop up to my room and put down Annabelle, the unique rocket launcher. Because I don't think it's going to be useful to me. I don't think it's going to be something that's actually going to help me in my troubles at all. Good. I'm going to put this sniper rifle down just to save a little bit away. I don't think I've got... what do you think? I don't think there's anywhere major that I'm going to be facing rads, so I'm going to put this down and just avoid rads as best as possible. I've got enough Rad-X to circumvent some. This is irradiated water. Right, so Novak is not a good place for water, it is irradiated. The first person we need to talk to for Raoul's quest is Ranger Andy, apparently to exhaust his dialogue options. So, here we go.
What's new? Hey, boss. Can I ask you something?
Sure, Raoul. What's on your mind?
What do you think of guys like Ranger Andy?
What do you mean, guys like Ranger Andy?
I mean guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured.
So I think there's 2 ways you can take it. You can either convince Raoul to pick up his guns again, or you can convince him to become like just the maintenance guy that he's sort of drifting toward. And I don't know what's better. Okay, Google. Heads or tails? Heads for gunslinger, tails for mechanic.
You got heads.
Gunslinger, so we're going to convince him to go back to his gunslinging ways. Even after a crippling injury, a guy like Andy is tougher and more dangerous than most men alive.
Maybe, yeah. I guess you got a point there.
We're not just talking about Ranger Andy, are we?
Not really, boss. No. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick. Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. I smelt the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, we were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home. But I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be.
You can't think it was all your fault. No one could stand against 12 men alone.
I know that, boss. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just getting sentimental in my old age. Anyways, forget it. Just wanted that off my chest.
Fair enough. I'm sure we'll get you to say more in a bit. So I'm going to go now to Camp Forlorn Hope. And I think I'm going to go via Nelson. The reason being is that I think there'll be a bit less wildlife on that road. So I don't think there's Legion there, and the Legion shouldn't have a problem with me anyway. Something you're going to start seeing a lot more is that H2O symbol in the bottom left corner. Because unless I get to like, I don't know, maybe 600 or something, I'm not going to even start drinking water. I'm going to try and get to a tap so I can drink as much as I want without using my supplies for the road, because I need to start stockpiling water when it gets desperate. I wonder if he's got anything to say to us. Milo.
You're always welcome round the Hope Courier, at least as far as I'm concerned.
So, it's been probably a week since we last encountered that guy. A week since he got into that fight, and he's still stood there crippled and in pain. He's not decided to go now that Nelson's cleared to get some medical help. Maybe he's not a man you should be employing to do this job. I feel like just maybe he's a bit of an idiot.
Hey.
Oh, that's a mine. That's a mine. Oops, I did it again. I blew my legs off. I didn't know there was mines around this area. I mean, okay. I think I've said the line, "Oh, I didn't know there was mines in this area," about 20 times in this series. And the only positive I can take away from any of it is that they're starting to hit less and less each time because I've got good armour now. But it's still really not good, is it? Aha, here we are, Sterling.
Took some skills to bring down that fiend. You done good.
So I'm just going to go through his dialogue and I'm going to unlock the line for Rahul. So just like Ranger Andy, Corporal Sterling was injured in the line of duty, and I think Rahul's going to give me a bit of a talk about that now.
Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
Got a second to talk, boss?
Sure, what's in your mind?
Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
I think it's good that he's so devoted to his duty. More people should act that way.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
You're talking about the Great War. What do you remember about it?
After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick riders. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield. But it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
Sounds pretty bad.
You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed. For the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela. She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. It was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I led my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever. I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Okay, so next thing we need to do is go and get the second Brotherhood mission holotape, which is at the Repcon HQ, which is the same location where we found Ranger Morales' corpse. And if you remember rightly, we need to stick quite far left here, because over in this direction somewhere, there is a hive of cazadores, I think. So I'm going to cut up here. Remember, it's just over there, so...
Keeping quiet, unless my creaky knees give us away.
Cazador is a single one. Because it's a Spanish word, it conjugates when it's a plural to cazadores. But if we're using the Spanish pronunciation of things, shouldn't it be cazadores? Because a Z is a sound in Spanish, right? So it's a cazador. And the cazadores. Could be wrong, but that's me understanding the Spanish. I mean, which is limited. I'm going to stop off at the 1 at 8 trading post to do a little bit of trading, but after that we're going to be straight to the Repcon HQ. And the thing I'm worried about in there is that there are robots, right? And you need sort of passcodes to be able to get around the area. And I think it's the second... Okay, right. Floors. When I say first floor, I mean one floor off the ground. Like, British and Americans use different. We have ground first, second. Americans have first, second, third. So on either the first or second floor in this Repcon place, I think you need either a pass that I don't remember how to get, or it is literally just a check which I can't meet. Because there's like a Lux 7 check where you can guess the passcode, I think. And I usually have that, so I usually just waltz in willy-nilly. But obviously this time I won't have the chance to do that. Off this woman I'm just going to buy a little bit more armor-piercing ammo for my sniper rifle because I use quite a bit. I think soon I'm going to have to start thinking about upgrading my hunting rifle. The problem is, right, I don't have control of when my gun skill goes up. So it might be a good idea to upgrade to an anti-material rifle because of the ammo types. You know, it's better ammo, the .50, because you can get the explosive and it's the gun's more high damage in general. But because I don't have the skill, it might not be such an idea. Sure, you got some purified water, so I'll take that. The thing I'm looking for most though is turbo. I would really, really like turbo because I've got a plan for getting to Nellis Air Force Base, and that requires a lot of turbo, and I don't think I've got enough. Oh dear. Nellis could be where I die. That's not even that unlikely at this point. There could be mines in this area. We already blew his legs off. One's looking around this place.
Sure, boss. The old man will crawl around in the dirt to keep hidden.
Shut up, Rahul. So we've discovered the Repcon headquarters, and I don't think the robots out here are hostile. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, Rahul, do me a favour and wait here.
Okay, boss. I'll just wait here, alone, while my heavily armed companion goes out of earshot. I'm sure nothing will happen.
He's such a knob. Yes, I don't want him in here. He could get himself hurt or die, and I'm just going to go in and try and complete this on my own. I'm going to run with the garbage first, though, obviously. I'm pretty sure there's a unique, potentially plasma rifle in this area. Oh. The bodies aren't having fun. Fiends. May as well loot them. Average lock terminal, and it's saying it yellow, so I can just do it. And it was sentence. I got it on my second guess because I'm very good at this, apparently. I'm not, I'm terrible. I think this should just be an unlocked door thing. Disengage the lock. Thank you very much. So let's zip off this way. These are all average locks, unfortunately. Hopefully this terminal will be able to get me access to something, but I'm not sure. I got it second time that time, Jesus. The first one was so finicky. I couldn't get it. Oh, add facial data to the database. Yes. So I've got first floor access. So I have access to this floor now, which is very nice. But no access to this door, which is unfortunate. Because I think I want to be in that door. Some nice microfusion cells there, I'll take that.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Thank you. Terminal very hard I can't do. Some nice bottle caps there. Hard locked door, can't do it. I'm pretty sure there's unique weapons in this area as well. Oh, a rocket souvenir. Very nice. Yeah, the two rooms I really wanted to get into in this place I can't get into, which is unfortunate. But we can still complete the mission. Hey, it's easy. Ah, and I can't get into this room. There's no way I could possibly get through this door. There is not a single way I could get through. Oh well. It's a shame I can't get through that door. There is obviously no way through. Is this clean water? Oh my god, that's so irradiated. 18 rats. I'm guessing it's the same over this side. Wait, 18 rats? Are you crazy? Drink that for a few seconds and I'm dead. Can't get through there, so the only way is up. So this is the second floor. Oh yeah, of course. American bloody floor systems. So I think this is about to become a stealth game. With my character that has a very poor stealth. Because I'm not sure that they want me here. I can't guess the code, so it might be max charge maybe time. It's right there. If it comes around this corner, I'm just going to have to deal with it. I'm going to have to shoot my way out of this place. It's right there. Another one there. I might get yeeted. Yeeted? I might get found out. I think there's a bunch of skill books in this room. Oh, detective, they're not coming for me. Oh, bloody hell.
Facial pattern. Second floor access restricted to registered employees.
Oh, I can get intelligence. Oh, an intelligence tip. Very nice. 4F, 76, 65, 72, 72, 69, 64, 65, 20, 33, 32.
Override accepted.
I don't know how I could just be intelligent and figure that out, but
How may I serve you, master?
I'm allowed on this floor. Very nice. Nikola Tesla and you. I'll take that and read it straight away. That's energy weapons up by 4. That's very nice. Good day, Mr. Swang. I'm going to add my face to the database, but it doesn't really matter, does it? So I have second floor access for 2 different ways now. I've got a security card here, so I've got 3 different reasons that I'm allowed to be on this floor. Hard terminal. I don't think there's any reason I need to be on that terminal. I don't particularly want to use a skill book for that. My science is not enough to boost with anything else, so I'm going to leave that one. Average lock, can't do that. Average lock, can't do that. Hard locked, definitely can't do that. So this is an easy lock, which I can do, which is shocking. I can only just do it. Oh my god. I'm level, what, 18? I can only just do easy locks, and I'm failing pretty badly. $18 rads up here as well. Very hard terminal, we couldn't get that if we wanted to. Oh, detected. Run, run away. Just gonna scan my face. Ah!
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Sorry, I was just leaving.
Invalid response.
Wait, I was hidden then? I'm gonna have to just shoot it. Ah, it's doing the thing again. Hopefully that doesn't alert the entirety of the security in these areas. That would be unfortunate. Oh, Piper Eiley's briefcase. I've got a third floor security card there. 200 money. And here we have a Brotherhood of Steel Paladin with a mission holotape. Very nice. Oh dear. I think security just got activated. That's not good. If we're going to be in a fight, I want the extra health. Let's just have... I'm going to drink 2 waters because I picked up a few and I'm going into a fight. Security seems to be on, but they don't seem to be attacking me. Maybe it's because I have access now. Bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. See ya. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye forever. Bye.
Hello.
Oh my god. Let's just get out of here. Bye. This is utterly terrifying.
Valid facial pattern detect.
But please don't stop me right now. I mean caution, not danger. I don't want to bring it out to Rahul because Rahul might be killed by it. Shut as many doors as I can. And watch that door through that little crack there. If that opens, it might have come for me. Otherwise, we might have escaped. They are quite unnerving. I'm not fighting a sentry bot. Like, it's just a bad idea. It's just a really bad idea. Sentry bots are not fun to fight. Don't you bloody do that to me, you knob. It's not. I'm going to walk slowly towards that wall, because then my perception should be able to see it through the wall, if it is around. The tour guide's fine with me. On my compass, that's a yellow pip. I can hear it. It's through this wall. It's somewhere around there. Stop it. It's likely to get stuck in a doorway. And I have max charge ammo. So, open this door, get a pot shot on it, and when it gets stuck in that doorway, when it chases me, it'll blow up. Wait, it's through there? Maybe it's upstairs.
Alert. Non-combatant safety cannot be guaranteed.
Okay, I think it's...
Launch status. Red. Continuing perimeter sweep.
I think it's far enough away that it's not going to cause an issue if I leave, so... I'm just going to get out. Going to get Rahul, going to get out of here. We're hidden now, we're outside, so I think it's okay. We might have missed some skill books in there, but honestly...
Right behind you.
Honestly, no. I'm fighting something like that on my own terms or not at all. Sentry bots can be terrifying. See if we can get any last supplies before we go to what could be our death at Nellis Air Force Base. Still fiends in this area. Here's my normal ammo. Really? That's not killing a fiend. How is it taking this many shots? Really? Don't know what weapon to use. I'll just let Rahul do it. Apparently that one bullet from a rapid fire weapon did it. Must have been a critical.
I've been doing this longer than you.
Okay, both my arms are crippled apparently. I don't even know what did that. That's not fun. I can't believe both my arms were crippled by that. That's so annoying. The fiends are very aggressive today. I'm happy to help the NCR with this, because obviously it's more loot for me. Did I really need that zoom in at the end there? Also, stop shooting his corpse, he's clearly dead. You psychopath. More fiends. Okay, but that was a really good shot though, right? That was a really good shot though, right? That was a good shot, right? So I'm doing a trade with Mr. Contreras here. I'm buying a bit of scrap metal off him, and I'm selling all the stuff I picked up along the way that I don't want anymore. Good. I'm now
Give me a shout if you need any.
Nearly 17,000 caps again, which sort of offsets that repairing I did last episode. So now we're going to go to the Gunrunners, and we're going to go to Mick and Ralph's, and we're going to go to the Followers, and then we're going to waltz over to our death. So we're pretty much max health again, and we have had a nice drink. Oh, where's Isaac? I need to give you some scrap metal, fella. Just doing a trade with Ralph. I'm making Ralph, and I bought 7 scrap metal for 1 purified water. Good news! The emergency say they'll buy guns from you again.
Outstanding. You have no idea how much this means to me. But I think this little beauty will give you an idea.
Oh no, not the Pit-Boy 3 billion. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't want to keep it, but let's roll. Okay, Google. Heads or tails? Heads is 3 billion. Tails
You
is...
got tails.
Thank for that. My normal Pit-Boy, please.
Done.
I can't seem to find Julie Farkas. I want to talk to her. But... she's gone a bit missing. Oh, The snow globe. Julie Farkas, talk to me. Unfortunately, Julie doesn't have what I want either. She's unfortunate. Oh dear. Maybe I just go as I am and really hope that I can do it the normal way. Oh, sorry. That I can do it my planned way. I hate Freeside. Well, it's one of the least dangerous areas, but also one of the most annoying areas to navigate because you're constantly just having to deal with the people who think they're hard. I think Isaac might live at one of these houses over this way, because he's not appearing where he usually is, but I picked up loads of scrap recently, so... Isaac's house, but he doesn't want me to go in. Yeah, let's just go in anyway. If we crouch and no one sees us do it. Hey Isaac.
Keep moving.
Oh, sorry.
Can I help you?
I want to give you some scrap, mate.
Alright.
Just give him 21. Very nice. He doesn't have enough, so I'm just going to leave quickly before he gets angry. And it's time to head. Towards Nellis Air Force Base. No, it's not. There's one more stop that might help us, and it's just here. So, the absolute last person I think I can talk to possibly help me do what I want to do is Dr. Usanagi. So, let's stop at the New Vegas Medical Clinic. So, I was considering whether to buy the,
Take care.
some implants from Dr. Usanagi, but I've gone against it. I don't think... If I get hit, that's it. The strikes will kill me. I just need to go, and I need to get lucky, maybe use some turbo. Nellis.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in Boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment.
You can tell me, or you can tell the underside of my boot.
Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you, I'm a gambler and a scavenger. I've made some cash from gambling and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not?
Thanks for the warning. What's going on past those signs?
Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the Boomers? What rock have you been living under? They're a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory and you're as good as mincemeat.
Is there a way past?
There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager.
Let's hear it.
Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money.
I feel like I'm just going to run off with my cash. I'm not going to use the barter because I'll end up with less cash for me. You've got yourself a bet, fella.
Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, there's 600 caps in it if you make it.
I found about where the bombardment starts. I'm going to bring Rahul here. I'm going to make him
boss.
wait. So the line is about there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Medex. I'm going to use a turbo. I'm going to take off. Just everything I can. I'm going to run. The closest I can get, the better. No, I'm stuck. Oh my god, have I made it close enough? Oh no, I haven't. Okay. Did I just make that? Did I just make that by doing the wrong strategy and it just worked? Oh my god, I just made that. I'm at the fence. I made it into Nellis. I made it into... Oh my god. I just made it into Nellis.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
I just sort of ran past it. I took some drugs and just ran past it. I just run, hide and run, I guess. I mean, I didn't do that, but that's what I said.
But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Nobody's that fast. Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces.
I didn't come here to attack you.
Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
Alright, lead the way.
Follow close and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
You didn't exactly roll out a red carpet.
Those howitzers of ours aren't just for entertainment, child. Explosive ordnance is what keeps the savages at a distance. Except you. There's something special about you, child, and it was the howitzers that gave you a chance to show it.
How might it be of assistance, Pearl?
Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too.
How can we trust each other if you're going to be keeping secrets?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis.
Where do I start, Pearl?
You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
So we've just got the quest Valare, and I can't believe we got here. Still quite shook that we've actually completed this. And that we've actually made it here even. That was probably the thing that was most likely to kill me in this run, and I sort of prepared to end this series here. I didn't want to. I had so many plans for it and didn't really want it to end, but the fact that we made it past it is just blown the lid off my plans, really. Because I sort of thought I'll end it now until the new year or something. But no, we shall continue. So they won't shoot at me anymore, which is very nice, and we need to go and get that Brotherhood holotape, which I'm very happy to go and do now. And while we're there, we'll collect Raoul. And I think the Brotherhood are in one of these houses. Or their bodies are. It could be this one here. Here we are. Mission holotape, laser rifle, some microfusion cells, and some drain microfusion cells. And here's the other one. But we completed that for the Brotherhood. I know there's a few more stages of that before. We will have to make the decision between Hardin and McNamara. I do intend to make that decision, by the way. I've not just forgotten about it. And I'm going to treat myself to a nice purified water to celebrate. Roll. I have someone I need you to talk to. Instead of Pearl, it's actually Loyal. So we're going to go and talk to Loyal. And I think that's Loyal right there. Hi, Loyal.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there.
Can I get a code to use the VR pods in the mess hall?
No, those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
I'm genuinely interested in your people's history. What are the pods for?
Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet, you should see Pete and get the tour. We dream to one day rule the skies.
I need to get going.
Bye.
Nothing. Have you got nothing?
What is it, outsider?
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
Yes. What are you talking about?
That loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Since we rolled earlier to say Rahul's going to go down the gunslinger path, I'm going to say, I suppose if you're happy with that kind of life, it's not so bad.
Maybe. But what if you miss the old days sometimes?
You're talking about something from your past?
A memory from a long time ago. I left everything when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my face. I know it's surprising, boss, but I wasn't always just handsome. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel. And I was okay with that. I headed north for a while and ended up in Tucson. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyways. I found myself a little shack, started fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster.
Why aren't you still there then?
Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want, but it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a trick of my senile brain, but I swear she looked just like my Rafaela. Her name was Claudia. She ended up taking work at one of the brothels in town. I never went to her, of course. How could I? But I looked after her in my own way.
What happened with her?
This was a long time ago, before Caesar's Legion pacified Arizona and brought the raider tribes to heel. A tribe came into Tucson one day. More a gang, really. Dirty Dave and his 6 brothers. They were looking for bullets, and I sold some to them. I figured if I did that, they'd leave town before they tore it up too much. I hoped they'd leave the town in peace. Instead, they decided to stop at Claudia's brothel to take the edge off. I don't know which one of them got rowdy first, but by the time I heard the screams and got my guns, it was too late. They shot up the brothel, killed 4 girls, and taken Claudia for their sport. I went after Dave and his brothers. They had a head start, but they slept nights. I didn't. Took me 3 days to catch up to them. Claudia was dead when I got there. They put a bullet in each of her eyes. I couldn't do anything except avenge her, just like Rafaela. I charged into the middle of their camp and started firing. 2 of them were dead before they knew I was there. The other 5, though, they shot the shit out of me. I wanted to keep living until they weren't. So I just kept shooting until they were all dead. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. I don't know how long I laid there, with the sun baking me and the buzzards chomping at me. Eventually, I got the strength to start moving. Some long time after that, I managed to drag my carcass back to town.
What happened then?
When I recovered, more or less anyways, I left Tucson and headed west. I ran into Tabitha at Black Mountain, and well, the rest you know. I swore I was done with the gunslinging life. I was too old, too slow, and too beat up to protect anyone anymore. I thought I was done forever, but after traveling with you, I realized I've always had my doubts.
Doubts? About what?
About whether I still had what it took to carry my pistols proudly, to use them to do what's right. And now that I've been traveling with you for a while, you made me realize that I can still do that. Maybe I'm not as tough as I used to be, but my brains can make up for that. And my hands are still quick enough. It's time to put the guns back on.
I can't convince him otherwise, but we already rolled to do it this way, so I think that's a great idea, all. I hope you put them to good use with me.
You can bet on that, boss.
And that means we're going to have to say goodbye to him, which is unfortunate because his perks are quite decent. So, Rahul?
Not to worry, boss.
Shut up. I need to head up without you.
Good call.
I think that's for the best.
That's why you're the boss. You always make the right decision.
Be quiet, Rahul. We've completed Rahul's quest. We've got in to Nellis Air Force Base without dying. We cannot be stopped. Nothing in this wasteland can stop us. We are invincible. This has been Spoken by AR with Fallout New Vegas Hardcore Roulette episode 21. Thank you for watching. And ta-ra.